Hello, welcome. My name is Donna. It's Yoga for You with Donna. And today we're going to work on a slow flow practice. So I invite you to get comfortable in a seat. Elevate the hips if you would like. Relax the shoulders and elongate the spine. Relax the hinges of the lower jaw. Relax the tongue in the mouth and allow the eyes to drift closed. Just begin to settle into where you're at this moment. Into your space, into your body, and into your breath. Begin to deepen the breath, drawing a long, smooth inhale through the nostrils. Exhaling a long, smooth exhale out through the nostrils. Find your diaphragmatic breath so that you can experience the abdomen gently expanding with the inhale and gently contracting with the exhale. Very little movement in the chest as we breathe, taking this breath deeper into the body. Can we define what normal is? When things return to normal, what will the new normal look like? The word normal appears straightforward, but like many words, as soon as we begin thinking about it, it starts to fall apart, to shift. The first entry in Webster's dictionary defines normal as conforming to a type, a standard, or a regular pattern. The word normal possesses a certain kind of authority or power to divide and distinguish things. This is normal, that is not. And who decides? As we move through our practice today, just become aware of things that you're labeling as normal or things that you're labeling as not. No judgment attached. And notice how this idea of normal shifts. Just take a few more rounds of breath here. And when you come to your next exhalation, go ahead and allow the eyes to drift open. Welcome to our practice. We're going to create a little bit more energetic flow in the body by cultivating a little different type of breathing or pranayama. So we're going to inhale 2 sips of air and we're going to exhale 2 sips of air. So it's going to look and sound like this. All right? So join me. If you don't like it, then you just revert back to your easy, smooth, diaphragmatic breath. Shoulders relaxed, abdomen gently drawing in, and here we go. One more. Take a deep breath in. Pause. Breath out. And open the eyes. So let's revert back to breathing in and out through the nostrils, releasing your fingertips down to either side of the hips. Inhale, sweep your palms up, reach towards the sky. Exhale, palms down, reaching back towards the earth. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. One more round. Now inhale the arms overhead and pause here. Bend your right elbow, bringing it down behind your back as if you're reaching for your own spine. Reach over with the left hand, grab hold of the right elbow. Encourage it to move in towards the face, which is midline, and start to rotate that right elbow towards the ceiling to the best of your ability, creating a little tricep stretch here. Watch that it's not pressing your head forward, so press the back of the skull back. Keep lifting up through the center of the chest, the sternum. One more breath here. And then both arms reach up towards the ceiling. Bend the left arm, reach towards the spine. Grab hold of that elbow, draw it in towards midline, and start to rotate that elbow towards the ceiling. Again, press the back of the skull back towards the wall behind you. Stay with a steady breath here. Let's take one more breath. And then inhale both arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, bring the hands behind you. Interlace your hands behind your back. Roll the shoulders back so the heads of the shoulders roll towards that wall behind you. Begin to gently squeeze the tips of the shoulder blades together. So imagine if I placed a little pencil between your shoulder blades, you start to squeeze them together to try to hold it in place. Watch again that the head doesn't dip forward. So draw the back of the skull back and allow the heart to open, the collarbones to spread wide. Take one more breath here. And then release and roll those shoulders a few times. And now coming to kneel on our heels. Now, this may not be an option for you, and if it's not, just stay in a seated position. Not everyone's knees bend like this, come into this deep flexion. I'm going to just turn to the side here. So this is called Pedrosan or Thunderbolt pose. It gives us a little stretch through the fronts of the legs, through the quadricep muscles. Now I'm going to take this into a little ankle stretch. This is for the top of the ankles. If you're having a hard time sitting like this because the tops of your ankles don't meet the floor and there's space there, then I wouldn't try to lean back. That might be too much pressure on those muscles and tendons that move across the top of the ankle. Otherwise, I'm going to lean back and I'm going to lift my knees up. So I'm getting a stretch along the front of my ankles right here. And then set those knees down. Try to lift your chest and see if you can lift your hips off of your heels, just to get a little more significant stretch along the front of the thighs. And then slowly release it down. Pause a moment. Now, isometrically. Isometric means action without movement. So isometrically press your knees towards the floor without actually lifting your hips off of your heels. So press down and you should feel a greater stretch through those big quadricep muscles. And then release, and we're going to make our way to tabletop position. So make sure you're not sagging through your table. These front ribs should be lifting, navel lifting. Check in, shoulders release away from the ears, and wrap your armpits in towards the body, like you're going to snip your own armpits. I know it's weird, but Now rise up onto your fingertips and come back down. Rise up onto the fingertips and down. Let's do this a few times. So we're strengthening the hands and the wrists. One more time, come up onto your fingertips and release down. Now walk your fingers out to the side. Shoulders slide away from the ears. The tendency, the tighter we are, the more the shoulders want to slide forward and compensate. Now you might be at your max here, but if you can, see if you can walk your fingertips to face your knees. Shoulders slide back, keep the heels of the hands pressing into the mat. So you might be feeling quite a significant stretch along the inside of the wrist. This is where we often get injuries or carpal tunnel. Pause here and then start to walk those hands back. Now I'm going to flip my hands upside down so my palms are facing me. If you've got wrist issues, arthritis, carpal tunnel, you've had a break or an injury, this may not be the best option for you. So be really mindful. This is really edgy. And then come back and just gently kind of shake out those wrists. Open and close the hands, little spanda fingers or Rashmi fingers, rays of light. Come back to tabletop. Curl your toes under. Again, check in with this front body. Draw your ribs in. Zip up those snug jeans. Shoulders relax. Gaze, instead of letting the head drop, gaze slightly towards the front edge of your mat. And then see if you can lift your knees 2 inches off the mat. And let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, lift those knees high and press back to your first downward facing dog of the practice. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Check in again. Those ribs, draw them in. Zip up those jeans. Take your armpits. Rotate them in towards your face like you're going to sniff your own armpits. Make sure the weight of your body is not shifting forward over those wrists. So if you need to bend your knees to get the weight shifted back, do so. Just take a couple more rounds of breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. Are you still breathing diaphragmatically? And now lift those heels, bend the knees, gaze forward, and let's just walk forward on this first one, coming into your forward fold. Always put a bend in those knees to start with. So let's bend the knees. If you need a block underneath your fingertips to bring the floor up to you, feel free to do so. Head drapes and shoulders again move away from the ears. Now keeping this bend in the knees, try to lift your sits bones, the bones in each butt cheek, up to the ceiling without completely straightening the legs or locking the knees out. Inhale, rise up to your fingers to lift the heart or slide your hands to your shins so that you can create an elongated spine. Shoulders are relaxed, and then fold back down. Now inhale, lift up, lengthen, add your arms, and rise to stand. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Release the hands, and let's begin. We're going to do a nice slow flow today. Find mountain pose of Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, rise to stand. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift. On your exhale, step back, plank position. Breathe in. As you exhale, lower down. You can set the knees down if you'd like. Inhale, curl up. Shoulders roll back and relax. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, bring it through lunge. Hug your right hip back as you inhale and rise up into Anjaneyasana or Crescent Pose. Breathe here. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your arms straight out to the side, palms up. Inhale, reach the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, sweep your hands to the wall behind you. Hinge forward with the beautiful straight spine. Inhale, rise back up. On your exhale, hands find the mat. Step back, plank position. Exhale, lower. Inhale, curl up, cobra. Exhale, back, down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it through. Hug the left hip back. Inhale, rise up, Crescent Pose. Find the breath. Now inhale here. Exhale, arms out to the side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms sweep back, hinge forward a little. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands find the mat. Step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Breathe in and out. One more time. Breathe in and exhale, release your hands down. Again, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, rise. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, arms overhead. As you exhale, lift your right knee, open your arms front and back. Find your twist. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, left knee rises. Find your twist. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, plank position. Lower down. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, back, down dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise up, Crescent Pose. Exhale, open the arms to the sides. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sweep those arms back. Inhale, arms up. Release your left hand down to the back of that left thigh. Reach that right arm up, a little back bend here. Inhale, left arm rises as well. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, plank position. Breathe in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it through, lunge. Inhale, rise up. Crescent Pose, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, open the hands out to the side. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, sweep the arms back, hinge forward. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, release the right hand to the right thigh. Reach that left arm up, little back bend. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, release the hands to the mat, step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Breathe. Next exhale, release the hands. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, arms overhead. Right knee rises, find your twist. Inhale, arms overhead. Left knee rises, find your twist. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down to your hips. Set up for tree pose. Lift your right heel. Externally rotate that right knee out to the right. Bring that leg up. You can come below the knee. It can come above the knee. Hands to the heart. Press your left hip and thigh in the direction of your right hip and thigh. Find your breath here. Relax the tongue away from the upper palate. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, release down. Shake it out a moment, reset. Hands to your hips. Lift your left heel. Externally rotate the left knee out to the left. Place that foot wherever you would like. Just don't press into your opposing knee. Hands to the heart in Anjali Mudra. Press the energy of the right hip and thigh in the direction of the left hip and thigh. Take one more breath here. And release. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank position. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, curl up, Cobra Bhujangasana. Exhale, meet back in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it through, lunge. Inhale, rise up. Anjaneyasana, crescent. Breathe in. Exhale, reach those arms out to the side. Inhale, arms overhead. Arms back, hinge forward a little. Inhale, rise back up. Left hand finds left thigh. Sweep the right hand towards sky. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, left hand finds the mat. Revolve your lunge open. Hug your outer right hip back. Shoulders roll back. One more breath. Release your right hand down to the mat. Step back, plank position. Breathe in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it through, lunge. Inhale, rise up, crescent pose. Breathe in. Exhale, arms out to the side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms back, hinge forward. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, right hand back, sweep that left arm up towards sky. Inhale, right arm rises as well. Exhale, right hand finds the mat. Hug the left hip back, revolve it open. Take one more breath. Exhale the left hand to the mat. Step the right foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Find your steady breath. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, exhale, hands down by your side. Last round of this sequence. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, both arms up. Side bend to the left. Both arms up. Lift your right knee, find your standing twist. Breathe in. Exhale, both arms up. Lift your left knee, find your standing twist. Both arms up. Now this time, bring your hands down. Draw your right knee in and either catch the big toe or the heel, whatever feels best for you. Firm up your step, catch the big toe or the heel, whatever feels best for you. Firm up your standing leg. Reach your left arm out for balance and begin to extend that right leg straight. Hastapadangusthasana. Take one more breath here. Bring it right back the way you went into the pose and come down. Lift your left knee, catch the big toe or the heel. Firm up your standing leg, reach your right hand out, and extend that left leg. One more breath, and then bring it back in. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank position. Breathe in. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, curl up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back down dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, bring it through lunge. Hug the right hip back as we rise up. Crescent pose. Breathe in. Exhale, arms out to the side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep them back, hinge forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left hand finds the mat. Make your way into your revolved lunge position. Keep hugging that right hip towards the back wall and slightly in towards midline. Now sweep that right hand around. Reach forward and take both hands forward. Stretch it and release your hands to the mat. Step back, plank position. Exhale, lower. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Step it through lunge. Hug the left hip back. Inhale, rise up. Breathe. Open the arms out to the side. Reach the arms overhead. Sweep the hands behind, hinge forward. Sweep the arms up. Release right hand to the mat. Find your lunge and revolve. Now sweep that left arm around, reach forward. Lift up that right hand, stretch. Build the strength in those legs. Release your hands down. This time, step back, downward facing dog. Release to your knees. Let the knees move wide. Big toes together. Find child's pose. Start to steady the breath. Just notice if you're redefining normal. What is normal for you in this practice? What doesn't seem normal for you in this practice? One more breath. And then as we look forward, we're going to shift forward and lower all the way down. Come onto your bellies. Ooh. Come into Sphinx Pose. Shoulders relax, back away from the ears. Take a little bit of a lift in the lower abdomen, a little bit of toning. Now release your chest down. Slide your hands to frame your chest. We're going to bring our right knee in towards our right elbow. So as I bend my right knee and slide it in, I'm going to lift up. Iguana pose. And then I'm going to stretch it back. Now left knee, it's going to come in towards the left elbow and lift up. And slide it back. One more time on each side. Right knee, we rise. And we lower. Left knee, we rise. And we lower. Cobra pose. Roll those shoulders back. Curl the chest open. Shoulders relax. Collarbones are wide. Bend your right knee. And then lower down. Now as we rise up, bend that left knee. And lower down. One more time on each side. Bend the right knee, rise up, and lower. Left knee, rise up, and lower. Oh, take a breath. Now this one is a little tricky. So try it. Maybe you've done it before. Maybe it's normal for you. Maybe it isn't. So I'm going to lift my right leg up, and it's going to stay straight. My left knee is going to bend, and I'm going to use it as a little kickstand. So it's a Cobra pose, and then lower. Switch. Left leg rises, kickstand, and lower. One more time on each side. Right leg rises, and lower. Left leg rises, and lower. Inhale, curl up. High Cobra, press back, Child's Pose. Shift forward, curl the toes, rise into downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step it through lunge, and then release your back knee down. Now if you want a little cushioning, grab hold of a blanket and pad that left knee. Walk your right foot over to the right a few inches so you can bring both hands center. You're giving yourself a little more space. Shoulders slide back away from the ears. We call this lizard pose. Now some of you might want more hip opening to where you roll onto the pinky toe edge of that foot. However, if you're going to do that, your foot needs to be very active, meaning you're pressing through the big toe mound strongly. So as you roll onto the pinky toe edge of the foot, imagine you're trying to push the big toe mound down onto the mat. It's not going to touch, but that's the energetic direction it's going. That'll keep that ankle in neutral, so it's not bending on you. That helps to protect the knee joint when we're externally rotating the knee like this. Now, if you'd like to come down, oh my goodness, I'm sweating like crazy. Now try and draw the center of your heart forward. Take one more round of breath here. Start to walk your way back up. I'm going to place that right foot back on the floor. Bend your left knee and see if you can catch the foot. Now, some of you might be able to sneak around, walk around, catch it, and come back through center. So whatever works for you. So draw into this really nice thigh stretch. You can come up onto the right thigh if you'd like. Now you're welcome to stay right here. If you want, bring your left hand down, revolve your lunge open, and see if you can catch the same foot, that left foot, but this time with the right hand. Allow this left hip bone to gently descend towards the floor a little bit to give you a greater stretch through the iliopsoas muscle or the hip flexor muscle. Take one more breath here, and then slowly release. Bring your arms down, walk that right foot in, and use your hands to frame that foot. Inhale, lift your left knee up. Exhale, step back, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bring it through lunge and release your right knee down. Walk your left foot over to the left a few inches. Bring both hands to center. And you might choose to stay here. You might choose to come down. Or really work through the mound of the left big toe, and you can allow that foot to rotate open. That gives us a greater degree of stretch through the hip. Press your forearms down and drag the center of your chest forward. Take one more round of breath. Start to walk up. Set your foot down if it isn't already. Make your way up. We're going to bend that right knee and see if we can catch that right foot with the right hand. You can rest that left forearm on the left thigh. Chest open. Draw that heel in. As long as there isn't any knee pain. We don't work through knee pain. And then if you'd like, slowly release, bring your right hand down and come into your revolve lunge with that thigh stretch. And then slowly release, walk your way back to center, frame that foot, inhale the right leg up, step that left foot back, down dog. And then release your knees. We're going to take a seat. If you practice jump throughs, you're welcome to move into a jump through. Extend your right leg straight. Bring that left foot in for Jana Shirshasana. Now pick up your right hip. Hug it back a little and set it down. Lean to your right and let your left sits bone widen a bit. So we're orientating our body more towards that right leg as opposed to more center. Now press through that big toe mound, keep the foot active. Breathe in here. Exhale, start to hinge forward. Now if you've got lumbar disc issues, I would not round into the lower back. Maintain that natural lumbar curve. Otherwise, if you want to reach for that foot, you can fold forward. If you're really flexible, take your right hand, encircle your left wrist just out at the bottom of that foot. That'll give you a little bit more stretch through that left side body here. And then inhale, lift your gaze, look towards your toes, rise up with a flat spine, extend that left leg as we bring that right leg in. Now notice when we first come here, you're going to be more orientated towards the center. So pick up your left hip, step it back, lean onto it and widen the right sits bone. And you'll feel how that kind of shifts the body more towards that left leg. Press through the mound of the left big toe. Get your Barbie foot going on. Breathe in, find length. Exhale, hinge forward. If you were reaching and clasping on the first side, take your left hand, encircle your right wrist, And find a little greater stretch along the right side body. Take one more breath here. Lift your gaze, lengthen your spine, and rise up with a beautiful straight spine. Extend the right leg, shake it out a little bit. Slide your left foot in and plant the foot. And then bring that right leg in, interlace your hands behind or at the bottom of that foot. Now, if you've got really tight hamstrings, and I'll turn a little to the side here, you're gonna have a bent right knee, and that's fine. Don't get too attached to the aesthetics, just what it feels like. Most of all, what I want you to do is lift your chest, the sternum, so it's not collapsing towards the navel. Lift it away from the navel. You might be able to go towards a straight leg in heron pose, or a variation of heron, or it might be bent. And then get ready, keep a straight back, release the foot, and slowly allow it to descend. Extend the left leg, that right leg is gonna come in and root. Bring the left foot in, interlace your hands. Now I've got it here, but as I start to straighten it, I wanna lift up through my spine. Shoulders relax away from the ears. What your normal is in practice today, maybe this pose, what's normal today, may not be what's normal tomorrow or next week or in 6 months. Our normal is always going to shift. Get ready, lift your sternum up, let go of the foot, and allow it to descend down. Extend that leg, shake them out. See if you can stack. I'm gonna cross my left shin right across my body. I'm not pulling it into the body. I'm crossing it at a diagonal, and then I'm pressing through the big toe mound. So I'm still getting that Barbie foot or that floint. That keeps, if I don't do it, my outer ankle collapses into the mat. So I'm gonna push through. Now see if you can take that right foot and stack it on top of the left. So my shins are stacked. I have right ankle over left knee over left ankle. If I do not floint or Barbie foot my right foot, you can see my ankles collapsing. But if I push through the big toe mound, I maintain that neutral ankle, which can help. It firms up the muscles around the knee and can help protect my knee in this deeper external rotation. So I'm asking my hips, the femur bone, okay, that is attached into my hips to externally rotate right now to probably greater than 100 degrees, okay? So if this is not available for you, whether it's through the knees or the hips, you're saying, hell no, Donna, I'm not doing this. By the way, that's the name of some of my poses are hell no poses. You start to go into them, you're saying to yourself, oh, hell no. You don't swear, you're saying, oh, heck no. And you back out. You intuitively listen to what's right. So if this is a hell no pose for you, then cross right shin in front of left, but flex the feet strongly. So we're still getting into those outer hips. This pose is called fire log pose or Agni Stambhasana in Sanskrit. Press through those big toe mounds. You're welcome to stay here. If this is a pose that's fairly easy for you, you can pick up your bum and slide it back an inch or two. And you're going to feel a greater degree of stretch in these outer hips. Then if you're still saying, well, this isn't hard, I can still go further, you can begin to fold forward. Let's just take one more breath here. and then start to make your way up. Now lean back, support yourself, unwind those legs, set them aside, get your Barbie feet so my toes are lifting off the mat, and do a little windshield wiper. And then stretch the legs out, shake them for a moment, and let's take that second side. So my right leg is going to cross it's away from the body, so it's more parallel with the front of my mat if I had a regular mat out here. Take that left leg and stack. Now push strongly through the mounds of both big toes. Push them away as if you were pushing the mounds of the big toes into a wall. Make sure you're stacked or change the posture to suit you. If you want to pick up those hips and move them further back, you can. If you feel like you want to fold forward here, it's an option. Now you're going to notice that one side may feel a lot different than the other. Or maybe you're labeling one side as normal and one side is tight. See if you can set aside those labels and just make a whole new normal. Take one more breath here. And make your way up. Once again, lean back, take the legs wide, lift your toes up, and windshield wiper out the feet. Or these are our legs, windshield wiper out the knees. And then take the legs straight, shake them out. We're gonna make our way onto our backs. Now, if you have a shoulder stand that is in your regular practice, meaning it's normal for you, and you don't have any cervical spine issues, any neck issues, then that's great. If that is a hell no pose for you, then I suggest getting a block or a cushion, sliding it under the hips to elevate the hips, and then you can lift your feet up to towards the ceiling. So you're doing a supported shoulder stand without putting undue pressure on the cervical spine, okay? So as we lower down, reach your arms forward and do so with control. Slowly lower yourself down. Then stretch your arms overhead. Nice long stretch. And then bring the hands down by your hips, bend your knees, and plant your feet. So walk your heels in a little closer towards your sit bones. Try to make sure all 10 toes are facing forward or towards the bottom edge of your mat without needing to look. That is called proprioception, okay? Hands rest, and press the floor away from you and just move into an easy bridge. Shimmy your shoulder blades underneath you. Some of you can clasp your hands. If you've got shoulder issues, don't do it. Most of all, lift your chin slightly away from the throat so that you maintain a natural curve in the back of your neck. Check in, make sure your knees didn't splay apart. Hug them towards midline. And then slowly lower yourself down. Now, if you want to just do a bridge pose, you want to do a supported shoulder stand. If you have a wall next to you and you want to shimmy your bum up to the wall and put your legs up the wall, feel free to do so. So I'm going to go into a little shoulder stand here. Best way I found to do it is to act as if I'm going into a backward somersault. So I'm going to roll my knees towards my forehead and then take the opportunity to catch my hips. Then shimmy your shoulder blades together. Press into the back of the skull. Make sure you maintain some space behind the neck. I'm going to lift my hips up higher towards the ceiling and start to slowly extend my legs straight. Now, anytime you move into any posture that may put a little stress on the cervical spine, make sure you don't look around. So as we're lifted up into either bridge or supported shoulder stand or full shoulder stand, make sure you're not looking over at the video monitor. You're not looking to see what I'm doing. When I change, I will let you know. Gaze is either up towards the toes or you can close the eyes. Slow, easy breaths. Take one more round of breath from here. If you're comfortable moving into Plow Pose Halasana, slowly with a controlled action, begin to lower your feet towards the space behind your head. If you would like, you can bend the knees, bring them to either side of your ears as if you're squeezing in to Pedrosan. Then release your hands down to the mat. Slowly control your descent out of shoulder stand. Release the legs out. Now come into into robot arms. So elbows hug right up into the waistline. Arms are bent, fingertips face the ceiling. Press down into the elbows. Arch your upper back way up, drop your head back, and make your way into fish pose Matsyasana. So my gaze is to the wall behind me. Once again, if you have cervical spine issues, I wouldn't recommend doing this. All my weight is not on my head. Take one more breath here. Use your arms pressed down, lift up, and lower down. Bend the knees, place your feet on the floor. Rest your palms on your lower abdomen. Close your eyes for a moment. And come back to your diaphragmatic breathing. Feel the lower belly gently expand with the inhale and contract with the exhale. Making this diaphragmatic breathing our normal breath. One more round of breath from here. As you exhale, release those hands down by your hips. Pick up your hips about 1 inch off the mat. That's all, 1 inch. And then like a hammock swinging, swing your hips all the way over to the right edge of your mat and set them down. Then draw the knees in and let the knees roll to the left. Open your arms out wide, keeping the arms slightly lower than shoulder height so that you're not putting any extra tension on those shoulder joints. You're welcome to drop your head to the right opposite direction of the knees if you'd like. There's so many options here. You could stay here. You could extend that top leg, which is your right leg, and catch the big toe. And some might even like that cat grabbing its tail. Kick that left foot back, reach down with the right hand, and catch the top of the left foot. There's no need to go into this degree of twist if you're just wanting to just relax and enjoy your twist. Take one more breath here. If you've got hold of your left foot, let it go. Let go of the right foot. Come back to center. Set your feet down and square your hips. And then lift your hips up 1 inch. Swing them over to the left and set them down. Lift those feet up, knees come in, and roll both knees to your right. If you'd like to drop your chin towards your left shoulder, it's an option. Straightening your left leg, And grabbing hold of the big toe with your right hand is an option. Kicking that right foot back, catching the foot is also an option. Take one more breath here. If you've got your right foot, let it go. If you've got your left big toe, let it go. Bring the knees back to center. Set the feet down and square the hips. Draw both knees into your chest, up in asana. Give yourself a little hug. If you have a happy baby in your practice, reach for the pinky toe edges of the big or of the feet. If you want to add a little rocking, you can. Just listen to the intuitive whisperings of your own body. And then draw those inner thighs together. Give yourself another hug for a job well done today. If your neck feels good, roll your forehead to your knees, stretch out the back of your neck, release the shoulders, and then release the head down. Extend one leg at a time out along the length of your mat. If you want to take your thumbs and encourage the flesh of your buttocks to roll towards the heels, it gives you a little more space in the lower back. And then arch your upper back just slightly up. Roll those shoulder blades together and release out. The eyes close. The abdomen softens. And feel yourself just relaxing into this space. Instead of labeling something as this or that, normal or abnormal, begin to seek a balance where you're at right now. What feels right for you at this moment? Please take as much time as you need or you want here. Not feeling like you have to rush on, but taking this opportunity to be with yourself in this space, in this body, in this breath. Finding this to be your normal at this moment, knowing that your normal may change tomorrow. I thank you for joining me in today's slow flow practice, as we try to redefine what normal is. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Love, light, and blessings. Namaste.